Hi, welcome to the Buglopedia, the ultimate guide to bugs. Art can connect to local communities, cultures, and history. Let's think about our local environment. How can we be visually inspired by our surroundings? Learn about our ecosystems and discover why insects are important to us. Bugs are important. They help our ecosystem. But what is an ecosystem? It's a community of living things and non living things. Bugs hunt invasive species. But what is an invasive species? Well, that's an organism that's introduced to a new ecosystem and it has a negative effect. Like ivy in our forests in Portland. Ivy grows and strangles the other plants that are supposed to live there that are indigenous to our land. Another reason bugs are important is because bugs recycle carry-on. If you're thinking of that travel bag you carry on the airplane, that's not what I'm talking about. Carry-on is actually flesh of dead animals. It helps them decompose. So thank you, bugs. And another cool thing bugs do is they pollinate other flowers. They take the male parts of the anthem to the female parts of the stigma. Yay! Making more flowers. Thank you, bugs. Now, some people are like, ooh, bugs, yuck. But I absolutely love bugs. There's something about their delicate, complicated, fascinating bodies up close that is so amazing to me. Let's look closer at this blue darner dragonfly. Let's think about this dragonfly here. There's the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. And then we have the compound eyes, antenna. We have the forewing, and then we have hind wings. And then we have 6-jointed legs, which are really awesome. Now we are going to stop and observe our dragonfly. Just like science, in art you have to stop and look. Make an observation. I call this part getting to know your bug. Think about the basic shapes, circles, triangles, and squares. Find those shapes on your bug and do a sketch, a quick sketch. When you're doing a sketch, you just throw down the basic shapes with a super light line. After you get going and get your basic shapes on there, then you can go back and add details. But seriously, don't bother adding all those details till you get all the parts on. You can tell I'm even using my pencil funny here. I'm holding it way far away like an art tool. Oh my gosh, I forgot a whole section. Did you guys see that? Why didn't someone tell me? Just kidding. Now I'm going and I'm circling the basic shapes. I'm not just circulating, I'm actually highlighting them. These are the shapes that I'm going to use for my pattern for my bubble wrap print. I'm numbering them so I remember. How many of these do I need to cut out? I need 2 forewings, 2 hind wings. You get the picture, right? So you can see a sketch is kind of messy and it has different ideas and thoughts on it. And that's just what it's supposed to be, a sketch. And now we gather our materials, washable markers, spray bottle, scissors, and bubble wrap. So look at your sketch and then draw your shapes on the back side of the bubble wrap. Use the side of the bubble wrap so you're not cutting into the middle, and keep things fairly close. Not touching, but fairly close. Remember how many parts you need for each one. To do the wings, just draw the wings, cut those out, and then trace those so they're the same on both sides, or as close as possible. So I'm cutting everything out. There go the wings, and I'm cutting, and I'm cutting, and I'm cutting. Let's get this show on the road. Once I get all of the parts cut out, I trace the wings so I can have those other side of the wings. And then I cut those out, and then I lay it all out and see, close enough. Next I'm ready to print. I take the dragonfly, I lay it out on my paper. I start coloring in with the washable marker on the wings. I lightly spray my paper with the water spray bottle. Not too much, not too little, somewhere just right in the middle. And then I put on the wings and they're going to look awesome. And if you mess up and it's too wet or it's not wet enough, just do it again. Reprint. That's the cool thing about printing. You just do it again. And you can print it over and over and over again. So you could make like 10 dragonflies. Just have 10 pieces of paper ready to go. It's so awesome. I like switching out colors and adding colors that are my favorites. So I'm putting some green down the middle. I'm going to end it with yellow, and then I'm going to put green on top of that. Because you know what? Yellow and blue make green. And all those together, blended together, even if they print on top of each other, they're still going to look amazing. So there we go, bubble wrap dragonfly. Yay! And next we are going to add some legs with some crayons. And you might want to wait for your paper to dry. I remember it was really hard to draw this because I was afraid I was going to rip the paper. Okay, double thumbs up, moving on. Artists, next you're going to be trying foil printing, aluminum foil. You need foil, paper, crazy art pens, washable, and you're ready to go. So basically, I'm redrawing my blue darner dragonfly. I am putting in layers of stuff. I'm working sort of quickly because what happens is it gets a little bit dry if you go too slow. And check that out. You can erase with your finger. So if you create something that looks totally different than what you planned, just wipe it off and do it again. This is a wonderful way to do printmaking. It's so user-friendly. Oh, wrong way of, did you see that? Wrong shape of the wing. Do-overs. Have fun exploring this. Of course, your fingers are going to get really dirty when you wipe off. You could also use a cotton or something like that. But I'm more of a hands-on person. So some things to keep in the back of your mind while you're experimenting and exploring all these possibilities is that artistic thinking is about problem solving, and it is about exploring, and it is about taking risks. And all throughout this, you will be persevering. You will be taking risks and making awesome things happen. So enjoy, have fun. I like to add a little background on my print, and so I'm putting in streaks like pretend like fake green leaf or something. And then I really love mixing the colors together, and who can resist a little hot pink? So I am just going crazy, not really. I'm just exploring. Oh, and yellow goes good on everything because it blends with hot pink and it also blends with the greens. And you may decide you're going to do your dragonfly in your favorite colors. I say go for it. Did you just remind me to get out the spray bottle and spray the paper down so I could print my beautiful dragonfly? Well, thank you. Gently smooth, massage, and cross your fingers. Ooh, interesting. Now I'm wiping it off and I'm just going to do a wild background. Just a bunch of colors all over, spray, print. Ooh, isn't that a beautiful background? You could do a sunset or whatever you felt like. I'm using my fingers and I'm doing fingerprinting. And I did another dragonfly. Yay! Okay, for our third and final print, you're going to need tempera paint, paintbrush, cup of water, and some paper. This is called a monoprint. I like to keep my paints in an egg carton. It's easy to store. First, fold your paper in half. Second, get your paintbrush, get some paint, and start painting on only half of your picture. You are only painting half of your insect or dragonfly or bug. After you get that part, you can start adding a little dashes of color here and there. Then stop, fold, and print. This makes a symmetrical bug. Now I'm putting simple background colors and shapes around the dragonfly. Fold it, print it, and pull it back apart. You have one more chance of folding it. 3 times is the maximum number you want to fold your paper and paint on it, because after that your paper is not strong enough to... Oh, it's gorgeous. Good job. Always invite a unicorn to a dragonfly party. Yay, art connects us to our community, to our ecosystems, to our hearts. Now, go clean up. And thank you for being amazing artists.